Chancellor Scholz, this is the speech that I and others, such as the Fleet Admiral, would have liked to hear from you, but I guess it will not come from you. That's why I am going to do it for you now. I stand here today not only as Chancellor, but as a citizen and human being. As you all know, Russia has launched a terrible and illegal war of aggression against Ukraine. Russia murders. Russia reduces cities and villages to rubble. Russia tortures. Russia kidnaps. Russia robs. Russia terrorizes. Russia lies. Russia does not want to negotiate. Russia wants to annex Ukraine and then march on. Ukraine must win. Russia must be defeated. But it's not only a question of decency to support Ukraine, but it's also a question of reason. Because the Russian attack is not only aimed to Ukraine, but also at us. It applies to Germany, it applies to Europe, it applies to our democracy, our values, our way of life. Russia's goal is control of Europe, a new world order under the rule of dictatorships. Dear citizens, we must defend ourselves and our continent, each of us. Whether you were born here, immigrated, or fled to us, we are all in the same boat, our European boat. We cannot defend it alone, but only with the help of our Ukrainian brothers and sisters. The people of Ukraine need our help, just as we need their help. It will be full of deprivation, painful. There will be resistance, possibly pushing us to the limits of our resilience. But we have no other choice. We have no choice if we want to preserve our world that we built after 1945, for which our Allied liberators died. We, that is the democratic world. We, that is the West. We, that is the European Union. We, that is NATO. We have already experienced so many disasters in our history. From the 30 Years' War to the First World War to the self-imposed total destruction caused by the Second World War, from the ashes of the conflicts, we built our Europe today. Our united Europe is the best we have ever had. We must now defend this Europe. We must not allow a new genocide on European soil. Never again must mean never again fascism in Europe. We as Germans must defend democracy against its enemies. Russia has shaken us up. We were torn from our sweet sleep. And so I say, President Putin, you bring dark clouds over our continent. You bring death and destruction not only to our children, women and men, but also to your own men, your own people. I hereby announce that under the eyes of the Federal Republic of Germany, no killed Ukrainian will go unpunished. No war crime will go unpunished, and no Russian soldier will be safe. Our arsenals and the full power of German industry are at Ukraine's disposal. The Federal Republic of Germany will do everything in its power to help Ukraine win. Ukraine, Europe, must and will win this war. Slava Ukraini. Dear fellow citizens, we are also at war, in a hybrid war. Russia has declared us its enemy, us and our democracy. What does that mean? It means that we will see more sabotage, more attacks, more infiltration, more espionage, more disinformation, more propaganda. We have defended ourselves against it, become resilient. It will be difficult, it will be turbulent, but we will survive that too, just like we survived in the Cold War. Cold War. Yes, one can justifiably claim that this is back. But we will also leave the spirit of our history stronger than ever before. For this reason, I am announcing a special fund of 500 billion euros for the reconstruction of the Bundeswehr. Only a well-equipped and motivated Bundeswehr guarantees our freedom, security and prosperity. Because without security, everything is nothing. In this context, I would like to thank the soldiers of the Bundeswehr. We thank you for your service. Together with our allies in NATO, we will win this war. Dear fellow citizens, we must stick together. Distrust right-wing and left-wing extremist parties such as the AfD and BSW. These parties are Putin's henchmen. Please support me and us as best as you can. It is about the future of our children and grandchildren. They should live in peace and freedom, because without freedom, everything is nothing. Without freedom, life is not worth living. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Only together we are strong.